Welcome back. The increasing human rights abuses in Egypt, which are piling pressure on President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, have reached new highs. In spite of this, the efforts to restore Egypt's economy continue, and Western powers continue to pursue business with a North African country. However, Italy might be forced to reconsider its relationship with the country owing to the stalled investigations into the abduction and murder of an Italian student, Giulio Regeni. President el-Sisi is very aware of how this could play out at Egypt's expense and blames the current situation on Rumours. Here's an excerpt of what he had to say. Well, I want to tell you, as soon as the death of this young man was announced, some people among us said that the Egyptian security forces did it very bluntly, that we killed him. And on social media, a lot of people said that as well. Then a lot of the media outlets reported this news. But at the end, those who follow what's happening in Egypt and are concerned with its issues said, you're the ones saying it. We don't believe you. Well, to look more at this issue, the Voice of America's Edward Yeranian is in Cairo and joins us now. Edward, thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure, Joki.
Right. It appears as though President el-Sisi is starting to feel the pressure now. Could this be due to what was said by the United Kingdom?
I think he necessarily has to feel pressure from whatever is in the media. I mean, he clearly watches the media like everyone else. That being said, I don't know that that's going to change the government position. I don't think I've detected any major changes in the government position.
In the event that the ties between Egypt and Italy are severed, would it really be a huge blow to Egypt itself?
I would only speculate, but I think the economic ties which are fundamental to that relationship would necessarily stay the same, because Italy is involved in a gas field, not exploration, but exploitation in the Mediterranean Sea with Egypt. Also, Egypt is a major player in Libya, and Libya is very vital to Italy's interests. So I really don't think that Italy would cut relations with Egypt, and if they ultimately did, I don't think they would sever economic ties.
Is there any new information regarding this murder as we speak?
I just see the same old accusations being bandied around by the same old media organizations which have been trying to push this case from the very outset, and I don't say that to belittle it. I feel that certainly that it should be investigated, but really I honestly don't see anything new, and I just see the same terms being bandied around about bearing the hallmarks of Egypt's security apparatus. I see that in the New York Times, the same term in the Guardian, and it's one of those talking points that gets pushed by various opponents of the Egyptian government, which, once again, not to belittle the case, because I don't honestly have all the information, and I really couldn't say conclusively one way or the other, but I am not convinced that the government did it.
Edward Yeranian speaking to us from Cairo. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts on that matter. Coming up on Network Africa. The ruling ANC party is ready to pay back the money which President Jacob Zuma spent renovating his home if the president can't afford to repay.